kind of great. Oh, you big pussy.
Meow. Thanks for coming, though.
Yeah, no problem.
I mean, I know you didn't have to, but I guess you just had to get out of the office, right?
Oh, God, you just keep thinking that, Allie. Fact is, I am enjoying being mistress of everything I survey. The hub, the center. Oh, you don't believe me? Oh, so you remember that Johansson murder? The guy was a fisherman and then he got into drug smuggling?
Found his body in the icebox of his boat, yeah.
And we like John Watts on that murder.
Very bad, very crazy John Watts. Nothing to go on, though, as far as I remember.
Well, he's been very busy, and now he's in trouble with the FBI.
FBI? What's going on?
Well, we're arresting him for the U.S., and they've tracked him here and arranged to have him extradited once they find him.
So what did they do in the States they wanted so badly?
Murder, again.
Why's the FBI involved?
He made their most wanted list in Texas.
Well, they won't extradite if they know he's facing the death penalty.
And this murder in Texas is apparently horrific. Watts is a career criminal. Good riddance. How'd you do?
That's not right. It's just not on.
Allie, don't you dare. That's not why I told you this.
You convinced me. You are the hub, the center of the universe.
John Watts is a murdering piece of shit. Just let Texas have him.
Death row, Mickey. Can't do it.
Oh, just leave him alone. Allie.
I'm telling the truth. And there's no proof that I did what she said.
What's this?
I didn't touch you.
You didn't?
Not like that, I didn't, and you know it.
You did come to your senses eventually. I shouldn't have been surprised. All the warning signs were there in our sessions.
Andy. She's nuts.
You're on desk duty until this has been investigated.
And stay away from Ms. Walker. Here and outside the station, okay? All right.
You are a shit magnet.
Gus Johansson? Thought we were working on the Wegman file.
Yeah, but something came up and there's a bit of a time crunch. Guy I liked for this murder is going to be extradited for murder in Texas.
John Watts? We've got assault, sexual assault, drug smuggling, attempted murder. Well, it looks like Mr. Watts is a bad man.
If we can make it for this murder, it could cancel the extradition. I want to look over some of the old interviews and see if anyone's had a change of heart.
Why bother? The guy's murdered a couple people. I say let Texas have him.
So he should fry?
Well, as a taxpayer, I'm all for it. As a cop, I haven't seen too many of these guys turn their lives around and become solid citizens. In fact, I've seen, let's see, exactly none.
So you like a government that kills its citizens?
Citizens, no, but murdering, drug-dealing career criminals who shit on humanity, it's just a different story.
Donald Marshall, Guy Paul Morin, they'd both be dead, innocent people if we had the death penalty here.
Yeah, if you believe they're innocent.
Harper, DNA evidence proved that Morin didn't kill Christine Jessup. And Marshall's conviction was based on a lie in a police department with a racist agenda.
And yet they found nobody else who looks possible in those murders, right?
Well, maybe that's because nobody's trying hard enough. I could use a hand with this.
So you gotta make your case and you gotta find the guy. Good luck.
I'll find him.
So what if you do? The government's already agreed to let the Americans have him, and you know what? I agree with them.
Can I help you?
I hope so. I'm Denise. Took over for Christine in Cold Squad.
Hi.
I'm wondering if you could run a check on an apartment building for me, 1640 Beach Avenue.
Sure. For what?
Just the history of the place. I'm thinking about moving in.
Nice building?
Looks like it. What is it?
You know, they could let me know about this.
What's this?
I wouldn't move in there if I was you. Sex Crimes has a complete surveillance on the place. There's been 3 rapes in the building.
Really? Because I talked to a couple of the residents and they didn't say anything about that.
Oh, Jesus. They don't know. That's gonna change once I string Wilcox up.
Why Wilcox?
Well, because he's the bastard who authorized this.
So I don't get it. This extradition thing. What does that mean?
It means he'll die in Texas if they catch him. If I catch him, it could be a different story. Our government doesn't kill people. It only ships them off to be killed on occasion.
Guess that would mean something if I gave a shit about the guy, but Texas can have him. You know how many years I wasted on that creep? 8. One more score, baby, then it's barefoot and pregnant for you. Look at me now. 28 goddamn years old. Who'd want to have a kid with me now?
So I guess you haven't seen him for a while?
Last time I saw him was 2 years ago. I let him borrow my Civic to get some smokes. Never saw him or my car again. I'd only had that car 6 months.
What a creep.
You got that right.
You remember the Johansson murder?
I remember you chasing John on that. You really thought he did it, huh?
Yeah, still do.
Wish I could tell you something different, but never said nothing to me about Johansson.
Maybe you can think of someone I could talk to.
Just the same old crowd I talked to last time. Did you talk to Jim Oslin?
No.
Jim was hanging with John now and again. He wasn't in the scene, but he wanted to be, you know? Maybe John found some use for Jim Oslin.
You know where I can find him?
Heard something about him going to Prince Rupert.
How about John's old buddy, Jeff Lordy? You know where he's at?
I'm not his mama, but he's around. Somewhere.
Okay. When are you planning on telling the building residents?
When we're sure this is a serial rapist.
3 women in the same apartment complex, all 20 to 40 years old, all blonde, all single. And we're not seeing a pattern?
Until we know for sure it's one guy, maybe there's nothing to warn anybody about.
Well, if we don't tell the residents, this is going to be exactly like that Jane Doe fiasco in Toronto.
No, those guys knew they had a serial rapist. We're still investigating.
It's not going to ruin the case if they put another lock on their door and are a little more careful getting on the elevator.
That's your read. Sex crime sees it another way. You have to respect the process.
We're using these women as bait, and you know it.
That building is under heavy surveillance, Mickey. The risk to the residents is extremely minimal.
I doubt they'd see it that way.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, when you become policy advisor, you can change the rules. Until then, just try to play by them, okay?
Yeah.
I know I'm not supposed to talk to you, but how could we work this out when it's all lawyers and bosses in between?
They're there for a reason.
I'm not gonna do anything to you. That's not who I am.
You certainly wanted to do something that night.
But nothing happened that you didn't want. I don't know, maybe because I was your patient? Maybe in the morning you felt different about it?
Oh, please. Suddenly I'm revising our sexual history because of some repressed guilt?
I don't want to argue with you, Leanne. I just want to work this out in a way that's fair to both of us. That harassment charge isn't fair.
Seems like we've come full circle. I couldn't get you to talk to me when we first met, and now you can't keep away from me.
What hasn't changed is I want to be able to do my job.
Well, maybe we could work something out. You'd have to come back to therapy, of course.
With you?
Who else did you think?
Oh, yeah, Watts did him.
Watts killed Johansson.
Gutted him like a fish.
You know this for a fact?
I didn't see him, but he told me he did it. Saw no reason to disbelieve him.
So, how long have you known about this?
What did I tell you last time?
That you didn't know anything.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I was lying.
And you're not lying now?
I don't need John anymore. I'm making more money ferrying Germans up north for the fishing than I ever did running drugs.
Good, you can come in and make a statement then. How about Jim Oslin? You know him?
I've heard of him.
Crystal said he might know something about the murder. I'm trying to find him.
Jim's been dead 3 years. Crystal should know because she was at the funeral.
Crystal and John still together?
They're regular Romeo and Juliet. Not the poison and stuff.
Right. Any idea where Crystal is?
How the hell should I know?
I got a new witness on the Wegman case. She'll be here in 15 minutes if you want to join me in the interview.
Busy.
Oh, right. Yeah, Mr. Death Penalty. Hey, you know that murder of his in Texas? You know the one with all the witnesses? It was a cop. That's right. He killed the Texas Ranger. No wonder they're so hot to take him home. So you still want to save him, or you want to work on a murder that needs solving?
Should really get a double set of doors for that exit. Anyone can get in from outside.
Those doors are expensive.
Yeah, well, so's a lawsuit. If anything happens, home invasion, sexual assault.
The owner won't like it.
Hi, Ola.
Hi, Joan.
Hey, do you live here? Well, get outside and buzz yourself in. What do you think this is? That's a terrible security risk.
Yeah, I know. But it happens everywhere. What can you do?
Hire a guard.
And then their rents go up? The residents don't care.
Don't care about what?
That kid just followed you in.
Oh, I've seen him before. I recognize the skateboard. Otherwise, I ask people to wait.
You want a security guard for the lobby?
Does my rent go up?
Wouldn't you feel safer?
It's a safe building. Are you thinking of moving in?
I was taking a look.
I've been here 3 years. It's a really nice place to live.
You want to look at the apartment now?
Yeah. Bring up that security guard issue with the owner. Little old for a skateboard, aren't you?
Oh, Sergeant McCormick, someone I'd like you to meet.
Okay, Inspector Polachek.
Sergeant McCormick, this is Special Agent Julian Mitchell. He's with the FBI in Dallas.
I'm here to oversee the extradition of John Watts.
Yeah, I heard about that. Don't you have to find him first?
We will, as soon as we get rid of some interference.
I understand you're taking another look at the Johansson murder. You want to tell me why?
I think you know why.
Our two governments are cooperating in finding and arresting John Watts on the American charge.
He killed George Randall, 22-year veteran of the Texas Rangers.
He's wanted on a murder here. It's my job to solve it.
From what I understand about that investigation, Allie, is you had your suspicions about Watts, but you couldn't make the case.
Things have changed. I have a witness who heard a confession.
You're wasting your time. The Americans have him dead to rights.
That's for sure.
You're a rare bird, Sergeant. I don't think I've met any police who are opposed to the death penalty.
In Texas, I guess not.
Actually, I've worked in several states without the death penalty, and I still haven't met any opponents.
So, welcome to Canada, where some people believe that killing is killing.
Leave it, Allie. I want you to help Harper on the Wegman case.
Inspector, my investigation shouldn't stop Agent Mitchell from looking for him. But once John Watts is arrested, I think a previous murder needs consideration from our State Department, don't you?
Watts killed a cop, Allie. Killed him brutally.
I know.
And that doesn't make a difference to you?
If what he did was wrong, then how was us killing him any different?
Because that cop didn't kill anybody. Now look, you succeed in this. You're not going to win any popularity contests around here.
Didn't think that was part of the job. So, I'll just move ahead?
Doesn't bother me any. I'll be taking him to Texas in the end.
All right, go ahead then. But if you found him, you inform us.
Of course. Nice to meet you, Agent Mitchell.
And you.
I don't get why Leanne's doing this.
Because she's psycho.
I know that firsthand.
Both hands sounded like.
I didn't come here so you can make some cracks.
So why did you?
I don't know. For some female insight?
Well, I wish that I could help you, but I don't know why she's so obsessed with you. I don't understand.
I remember you having a moment or two.
I was sick. I'm better now.
She's obsessed about you, too. She keeps telling me to stay away from you.
Well, sure, I'm your last girlfriend, and you're not supposed to be involved with me once you have a new girlfriend.
She's not my girlfriend. She's my shrink.
This week.
What am I gonna do? I want to keep my job, but getting jerked around by Leanne, I can't do that.
So act like a cop.
I'm trying.
No, you're acting like a shrink trying to figure this out. I mean, aren't cops supposed to be about action?
We were in Crystal Deacon. Nothing too unusual.
Solicitation, narcotic possession. God, there's nothing here I don't know.
What are you looking for?
Well, I'm sure that she ran off to hook up with John. The question is where. Can you compare their histories, see if there's any kind of overlap?
So you're going all the way on this one, huh?
What do you mean?
Gonna try and arrest him, save him from the chair.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not gonna win this one, even if you do arrest him.
Oh, you mean the part where every couple hate me afterward? I think I can live with that.
You wouldn't do this job if you didn't like your coworkers. It's gonna be hell on you, Allie.
Well, the alternative isn't any better.
Wish I never told you.
Yeah, me too.
I went by that apartment complex, you know, the one where they're watching the serial rapist they're not calling a serial rapist.
Mm-hmm.
Security's pathetic. I mean, a 10-year-old could break in there. I got this building safety council, so figured I'd tell them.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing everything sucks. Oh, here we go. Crystal was arrested for solicitation at the Paradise Motor Inn. Paradise Motor Inn is owned by Blaine Webster, who was named as a drug smuggling accomplice of John Watts.
Good.
You think she'd go back to the scene of her arrest?
Hey, they don't call them stupid criminals for nothing, Mickey. Later.
Later.
Mr. Watts, it's nice to meet you. Sergeant McCormick, you're under arrest.
You figure. Hey, you're the one, ain't you? You know, it's nice to meet you. My guardian angel. My guardian angel. You don't look like you got a halo.
Where the hell's John? Shit, I gotta talk to him.
Join the club. There's you, there's me, there's the FBI. Your boyfriend's been charged with the murder of Officer George Randall.
So now the Americans are gonna drag his ass south, right? That how it works?
Well, he'll remain in Canada for now. He's entitled to a hearing within 45 days.
A hearing?
To determine if we extradite.
So he is going to the States?
It's a possibility.
So he gets a chair?
Lethal injection, actually. They say it's more humane. Of course, if he were to be charged with a Canadian murder, a lot of things could change.
What are you saying?
Well, I'm not saying anything. I'm just making conversation. Gus Johansson was Canadian, wasn't he?
You're saying I should spill the beans on the Johansson murder to keep John in Canada?
No, I didn't say that. You did.
So you want me to rat out my boyfriend so he can spend the rest of his life in jail?
Well, at least he'd get the rest of his life.
Bitch.
You know, you can call me whatever you want, but his life is in your hands. You tell me what you're going to do with it.
Hey.
Well, what's that, a peace offering?
Yeah, something like that. I was thinking about what you said about the beach surveillance. We're having a debriefing tomorrow at 11 o'clock sharp.
Okay. So I get an invitation to a meeting with the big guys. Am I getting fired?
Oh, you should be so lucky. I'll see you then, okay?
Hey, Wilcox.
Yeah.
Just so you know, my opinion can't be bought.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not going to go changing my views just because I get invited to a fancy meeting.
Do you have any idea how many times a serial rapist can strike during a lifetime? I didn't think so. Christ, Meg, just look at the big picture for once, okay?
And stay away from that building.
I thought we were supposed to be helping the Americans, not stealing their prisoners.
So what? I'm supposed to look the other way when I've got a new lead?
New lead. She changed her story because her boyfriend's gonna fry.
Her statement was made of her own volition.
Oh, come on, Allie. You offered her an inducement to testify, and you know it.
I assure you, Mr. Watts will get a fair trial.
So this is a boys' club? Is that what this is?
No. Why can't you see this for what it is? Watts is a cop killer.
Then toss him in jail. But snuffing out his life, I can't do it.
Randall was on the force for 22 years. If it were up to me, I'd stone the bastard that did him.
Well, you'd certainly fit in with the rest of the countries that have the death penalty. Would you like me to list them for you? China, Kuwait, Afghanistan, Iraq, real bastions of civilization.
I didn't make the law. I uphold it.
Our government is on side in this.
I don't care. Aren't you ashamed that the United States is the only country in the Western world that killed its own people?
More humane than putting them in prison for the rest of their lives, as far as I'm concerned.
Even when they're handicapped? Or how about children?
Hey, if you want to run for office, do it on your own time. Just give me my prisoner.
Then how about money? Americans care about that, don't they?
McCormick.
They say once court fees are processed, it costs taxpayers twice as much to execute as life imprisonment.
That's lefty bullshit, and you know it.
Did you know that when a black man kills a white man, he's 11 times more likely to be put to death than the other way around?
Don't you try and patronize me.
I'm not. I just have a very hard time seeing how you can be a part of this.
I can be a part of this because my loyalties are to a fellow officer, regardless of skin color.
Well, my loyalties are to something different. I believe in punishment, not state-sanctioned killing.
Across the board?
Damn right.
Okay, you got your wish. I'm back in therapy. Let's get on with it.
You don't have to be so hostile.
You and I both know exactly what happened that night.
Nico, you're the one that wanted to sleep with me with no consequence.
I thought you'd be into it. A lot of mature, healthy adults have one-night stands.
I'm your psychiatrist. You really thought I'd stand for that?
You called me over there. You kissed me. I'd say you were sending me signals. Are you gonna tell me that's not the truth?
Nico, I like you. But you have to learn to value me. I think we should start over.
What are you doing?
We need to talk about us.
Jesus. Leanne, there is no us.
There can be. If you want there to be. Just relax.
Relax? You're nuts.
I believe I'm the only one licensed to make that assessment.
And what makes you think that I won't file a countersuit?
Because it would be my word against yours. And I'll wager that mine holds more weight.
How much a wager are we talking? Huh?
Talked to your girlfriend yet?
Yeah.
So, is there anything you'd like to tell me?
No.
You know, they have a real good case on you down there. You killed a cop, John. All right, what's so funny?
You wasting your time on a piece of shit like me. Crystal tells me you want me to admit to killing Johansson.
Keep you in Canada.
I don't know about this.
Well, what can I say? You stay here, you live. If you go to the States, you die. What is there to know?
talk about us.
Jesus, Leanne, there is no us.
There can't be. If you want there to be. Just relax.
Relax.
None of this is admissible in court, you know.
Is that all you're gonna say?
What do you expect?
An apology, perhaps?
All right. I'm sorry. There it is.
It's funny. Yeah. I've been saying what's on that tape for days now, but nobody was listening.
Leanne Walker came highly recommended. Her words carry a lot of weight.
What do you think of her words now?
Oh. You scared me.
She would have been scared like that, too.
You heard. Well, I hope you also heard that we got him.
Yeah, after he raped another woman. Where'd you string up Wilcox? I'd like to take a look.
The rapist was apprehended. If we had taken the risk of informing the residents, he might have found out and disappeared. Unfortunately, Denise, that's called looking at the big picture.
I hope that makes you feel better.
Yeah, it does. He was caught.
You know how I feel about this.
Yeah, I read all about it.
Oh, Jesus, buddy, take it easy.
Mr. Watts, my name is Julian Mitchell. I'm with the Dallas office of the FBI.
It's nice to see a boy like you coming up in the world.
I understand you've decided to confess to a murder that took place in Canada in September '97. Sure you want to do this?
You don't have to listen to him.
I'm talking right now.
I believe he has a right to his own opinion.
Can somebody loosen these off? They're really tight. They're cutting into my wrists.
Gonna help him out or what? I promise you, you'll be treated like a prince en route to trial.
Where you can put him to death. No irony there.
You'll get a fair trial.
Oh, you don't think the jury's emotions are going to be swayed just a little?
I've had about enough of you.
You have no authority here.
I have every right to be here, and miss, you are not in charge.
He's right about that. You ain't. You get the corner. Get the corner. Get up. Oh, you get up, Texas, or I will pop you right now. Get up in the corner. That's it. Here, come over here.
Okay.
On your knees. You be cool. Wait. The quickest way out of here, show me.
That's not sorry. You know you're not going to get very far.
Just shut up and keep walking.
This elevator's your best bet.
Allie?
Let's not make it cop number 2, shall we?
Okay, okay.
Don't touch it!
This is all right.
Back off!
All right. Stereo.
Back off! Which way? Which way?
All the exits are blocked now, John.
Back
Where
off!
are you gonna go?
Ah, shit! Back out! Shit! Shit!
This is stupid, John.
You shut up! Close that thing!
Through that door, he's armed. You're not gonna get out of here, you know.
I said shut up! And I am getting out of here. I got a goddamn hostage.
Look, the smartest thing for you to do right now.
Shut up!
Give up. Gus Johansson, that is your ticket out of here.
That's bullshit, and you and I both know it. Americans are gonna give me the chair no matter what.
That doesn't have to happen.
You know, that might be the first smart thing you've said to me.
Good. Now, why don't you just put the gun...
Shut up! The way I figure it, either I use you to get out of here, or I kill you. Yeah. Either way, I don't see the chair in Texas.
John Watts?
What?
Now listen to me. Something I want you to understand. As long as that officer is alive, you have options.
You get back!
Now, come on, let's not make this any bigger than it has to be.
You tell him! Tell him get back!
Andy, call the men back, all right? I'm all right. Just give us a minute to talk this out, okay?
All right, all right. Just remember, as long as that officer is alive, we have room to negotiate, okay? Are we clear?
Yeah! Yeah, I understand!
Negotiate? It's gonna kill him, man.
Okay, hotshot. Now we've got some time. What do you want to do?
Open that. Get the key.
No. You don't keep the guns and the bullets in the same room. That would be stupid. Kind of like the situation here. I wouldn't lie to you, John.
You're a cop.
Yeah, out there. In here, I'm your hostage. You know, I want out of here as much as you do.
Then get me the hell out.
The only way to do that is to surrender.
I ain't gonna do that.
I'm trying to save your life, man. You want to put that thing down?
Feel better?
Kinda.
And you're stupider than I thought. Ooh.
What are you doing? What the hell are you doing?
I'm going out. I'm going out smiling.
You know, you got all these men here. Maybe you ought to use them.
And maybe you want to zip it. I'm running this.
John Watts has killed at least 2 men.
And when you storm that room, he's going to be adding to that list.
What the hell happened?
Yeah, but that's irrelevant.
Watts has Allie hostage in the evidence room.
Any demands?
He wants out.
You tell those men to shut the hell up. He doesn't need to know we have an army out here.
If we had an army, we'd already be inside.
Yes.
You might want to ease up on that, you know? It's a heating duct. It's okay, it does that sometimes.
Bullshit. They're coming.
God, they're not coming, John.
They're not gonna take me. You're not gonna take me!
Jesus Christ.
John, just take it easy, all right?
Allie! Everybody get back! Stay the hell back!
It's okay, Andy, I'm all right! It's okay, John. It's all right. No one's coming. No one's coming in here. It's just you and me. It's just you and me.
Okay, let's do it. Let's move back.
They're gonna kill me.
No, I told you that doesn't have to happen.
That's all right.
Right. What do you mean by that?
Means I killed one of theirs. They're due. Eye for an eye.
Do you believe in the death penalty?
You're damn right. Somebody takes a life, they deserve to die.
But you killed somebody.
Yeah, and I deserve death. That doesn't mean I'm gonna walk willingly to it.
Okay, then listen to this. Just listen. Gus Johansson. Canadian jail. You'll be out in 20 years.
We got quite the to-do out there.
Just walk out, John. Confess. You'll live.
Americans want me. Canadians will give me up. Americans will win. They always do. You know, I lived down there for a while. I know what they're like. You ever see a killing? A righteous killing? I mean, an execution?
No.
Well, you should. You should, so you know what you're talking about, so you know what you're fighting against.
Okay, what am I fighting against?
Will of the people.
Not all people.
Most people. You ever been to a Texas barbecue? Oh, they come by the hundreds for an execution. Yeah. They hold them right outside the prison gates, as close to the wall of the death house as they can get. Yeah, they got their kids. They got their tunes. Oh, they got their smokers cooking brisket so sweet, it melts in your mouth.
Can't say I've had the pleasure.
What have I been? And just before it happens, it gets all quiet. Kids shut up. Music stops. And they all just stand there and they look up at the wall of that death house like it was God's holy pulpit. I've never seen such reverence. Dignified. And then when it happens, the lights dim. Just a second. And those lights dim, and that's a sign. Those lights dim, and that's God. That's God thanking that man inside for doing his work.
Maybe you're God, not mine.
What's your God say?
My God says love the sinner as you'd love yourself.
That is the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever heard from a God in my whole life.
Well, then how about this? You give up and then nobody has to die.
You haven't heard a word I said, have you?
Take me out. No, bleed on Johansson, John.
You're coming.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing there. Nobody's coming in here as long as I'm alive. It's just the air conditioning. I tell you, it rattles all the time.
They're coming! John Watts, you got 2 minutes. You get the hell out of here. Now!
Let's go. Let's take a break.
Get off me, man.
Look, I'm sure you're a good person. But I don't want to die.
Please.
What?
Killing is my only chance.
Go, go, go!
She's talking to internal right now.
She's all right.
Oh, yeah, she's all right. So, word is you have better luck than John Watts.
How's that?
Leanne Walker dodged a bullet.
You want another difference between me and Watts? I was innocent.
Catch you tomorrow.
You're a cop? Jesus.
There was nothing I could do.
You could have told me for one.
We didn't want to cause a panic.
Oh, no. We sure as hell wouldn't have wanted that. I'm sorry. You're so sorry. I was raped. You let it happen to me.
$15 years on the force. Who would have thought it?
Go home.
I have to write this out.
That can wait till the morning.
I've never killed someone.
Yeah, well, it was him or you, right?
How many times have we heard that, Herbert? How many times have we heard some asshole tell us that?
It's still the truth. You had to do what you did, right?
Yeah, I was there. I know that. You should probably just leave me, okay?
Look, no one's expecting you to be fine. You should just go home.
I said I have to write this up, okay? Please go home. Please.
Okay.